Hey Masterminders, Jill Stoppel-Davis from Excel Wellness Studio here again, bringing you the tip of the month. Actually, I'm going to build on the last tip I shared with you, which was the marketing calendar that you see behind me, and I hope that some of you have started to implement that, or at least are putting it on your list to start for the next calendar year. And speaking of the calendar, when to start that calendar, I know a lot of us tend to do some planning in December. A lot of times that's when we do our 90-day wonder and kind of set our goal or our theme for the next year. However, over the course of this tip and another tip I'm going to share with you in a future month, I'd like to encourage you to do your planning this summer. I always do a lot of my planning in July and August. When I'm a little bit quieter with my schedule sometimes in July. I don't schedule a lot of events at the facility in the summer months just because of, kids being out of school and travel and whatnot. So I do a lot of the planning, and I try to look at my marketing calendar as a school year, which I think works really well for us in fitness. If you think of it as a school year, September seems to be a really big month, and then our next big push is that kind of late January, February time frame, so that kind of fits the school calendar. So keep that in mind, and I would encourage you to do that marketing planning in the summer so that you're not scrambling to get your programs together for January or February when you do your planning in December. So it makes for a nicer cycle in your marketing. Speaking of marketing, talked about the calendar last time. Here's another organizational tip that I do. This is just a big, huge binder. I have a bunch of these, but this saves me a lot of time and thinking once you kind of get into a routine with your marketing. Pretty much, I do a lot of the same events and programs every year once I just figure out that they work. So this is kind of what I refer to when I do my planning or when I'm coming up on another month that's themed or an event and I want to look back and see what we've done. I'm going to try and show this to you. So what I've done here is I have a big huge binder, and this has got a few years worth of marketing materials and programs and things we put out there. I've tabbed it down into months. So for instance, September is my first month because, again, I look at this kind of like a school year. So here's a program we did this year, or last year, I'm sorry, September 2013. See, that's why I have my note there. This is a 21-day challenge we did, and the flyer. On the back side, we use MindBody. I have everyone that was in that program, and I have some notes about how that program did for us. And some takeaways after it, if we converted any of those people and kind of who fed into some of our group training, who didn't, and whether I felt that was effective and reasons why. I do this for each program and each month. I call this my marketing binder. So what this does for me is when I'm brainstorming or planning my marketing or getting ready to run another 21-day challenge, I look back at what we did previously, or maybe what we had on the calendar in that month, and I'm also able to see, gosh, do I want to do that one again based on my notes? Did we not have very many people enter, or was it really effective? Here's my notes. Every November we do Burn the Bird. So also what this helps me do is, all these files are on my computer, and we like to think we remember where those are and know where they are, but sometimes they get lost in the shuffle. So for me to visually be able to flip through here faster and be like, oh yeah, that's the flyer I used for that 21-day challenge, or that's the flyer that I used for that happy hour event or that stretch and sip. Here's what it looks like. It helps me a little bit. I don't have to root around in the computer and open a bunch of different programs. So that's nice and quick. Here's the workout we did last year, and we really liked that. We changed the workout format for Burn the Bird that year. So it takes a little time initially, to sit down, and hopefully you saved any flyers you've done or any of this information, but I really recommend at the end of each program or special event that you do or marketing push that you make yourself a copy, type up or write up some notes. You know, here's my February section. Here's all my notes on our Love Your Body Month, which I've threaded about to you guys before. So just really helpful. I have everything that we did in February 2013, and there's a couple of things that we did in that Love Your Body Month that I didn't want to do again. So I have those notes, and then I have what we did February 2014. So as I plan for 2015, I'm going to go back and review this because I forget. By the time, you know, November rolls around and I'm really ready to sit down and plan out our February month of love, I'm not going to remember the 4 events that we did in that month or how we set it all up. And so I go to this first, and then I know what I'm looking for on my computer, and I'm a little bit faster and more effective. I even print out our marketing emails because I tend to use this as a template every year now. I don't have to make huge changes to these emails. I just have to update them a little bit for that year. So that saves me a lot of time as well. You know, our stretch and sip, we did that in April. That was part of our April birthday month. I have what we did in here last April to celebrate our birthday at Excel and what was effective that year and what wasn't. So as I plan our birthday month at Excel, which is we do the whole month of April, I know what special promotions I'm going to do or what special events and which ones tanked and which ones didn't. So just a quick tip, it helps you be a little more organized. I think as far as thinking ahead to the future too, this is really smart. Let's say you intend to sell your business at some point, or you intend to bring in a marketing manager or a general manager to take over some of your duties, and one of which is this duty right now, is setting your marketing calendar and whatnot. To be able to hand them this binder with these notes and say, here's what I've done in my business for the last several years or the last couple of years or the last 10 years, and here's what's worked and what hasn't, I think that's huge for their investment as a potential buyer or a game changer in helping someone that's coming in to learn how to manage your facility as well. So that's my tip of the month. I hope you guys take some time this summer when you're a little bit quieter and dig out all your marketing stuff. Print things out. If you have old copies like I have, it's stacks of old copies of things. You know, just go get a binder, get some of these plastic sheets, go through your Mind Body. Mind Body saves all this stuff, and print out your sign-in sheets from that event or print out your registration and sit and think and type up those notes. It'll really help you in the future. Have a great day.